It's Week 14 of the National Football League. And up next, we'll see Jalen Hurts. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Eagles and the Commanders, and it comes your way next.
It's a pretty frigid December day in our nation's capital, but luckily for us, we have our heaters cranked all the way up here in the booth at Commanders Field. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today. They're hot as can be, winners of 8 of their last 9 games.
I don't know if you'd call this start a surprise exactly, but they've proven that they're going to be able to stand toe-to-toe with anybody.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their -3. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 28 yards. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, Week 7, and it was Washington winning on the road, so they're looking to finish off the sweep here at FedEx Field. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Eagles. Look at the big man rumble. Down to the 10, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Out comes the Washington offense as we get a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know, it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
You're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Now Daniels. Slings this deep from McLaurin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. On the carry, here's Smith. And he powers his way up past the 30.
Jamin Davis there to bring him down. Here's a 2nd and 5. Throwing is Hurts. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
The Eagles at 500 hit 6-6. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
Hurts sets up to throw it. That's complete to Shipley.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
In motion goes the tight end.
Hurts.
Home in here, Caldwell. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Caldwell. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 6.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a 1st.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Hurts going to give this to Shipley.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jalen Hurts.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now we get another look at Washington on offense.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
They'll motion McLaurin left. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Robinson.
And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
Now 2nd and 3. They go play action. Daniels. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Amari Cooper, the intended target. And it's 3rd and short.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. You look at this Eagle defense.
They're just below the cut line for top half of the league. 17th in the NFL against the run.
And stopping the run.
It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Washington. 45 yards.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline. But here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler.
Brought down at the 20.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Draw play. It's Eckler. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Eagles offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback. That'll be caught by Shipley.
So no gain on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Commanders, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10
at the 40. Cooper, the man in motion right.
And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41.
The tackle by Nakobe Dean. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. A give left side to Robinson. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us he's very ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week?
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Jalen Carter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, certainly not an ideal first quarter for him. Remember, he lost the fumble earlier, and here he ends up on the ground with a sack.
And sometimes what happens when you make a mistake early, You get too cautious going forward. Just cover up the football and take care of it and be able to cut it loose. Otherwise, your offense is going to stall.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
To throw is Daniels.
That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 25-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Robinson will try to pick it up. And Robinson will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack, going to stop him short of the 1st.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal.
From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt.
Patterson's kick is good.
And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here.
Encroachment received.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like and give them free yardage.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Short throw hauled in by Croft. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 27. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Steps away, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They brought him in off the corner, and he gets in to drop him for a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Eagles are able to extend their lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is up to 15 now. Just a 4-play drive that time. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Well, now how about this return?
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Set to go again. Here's Brian Robinson in the Commander offense.
He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
All right, I've got to be careful here, all right? He's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his speed as far as he's concerned.
What he's saying, I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you all know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there, let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely, still got a lot of life left in those legs. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. Again, it's Robinson.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Here's a 2nd and 8. Robinson on a give right side.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Patterson's kick is good.
And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Straight ahead, Shipley.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Washington on 3rd down.
They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll send the tight end in motion. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
The Commanders' offense and Terry McLaurin headed back onto the field. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers. Play action, now it's Daniels.
It's caught on the right side, Williams.
From the 22 now, here's the 2nd down and 6. To the air goes Daniels. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given them a lot to think about.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
On the handoff, it's Shipley.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On 3rd down, they go with Shipley.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts,
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2. On to punt, Jamie Gillen. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
And Caldwell's got it over the middle. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
3rd down and 1.
Back to throw.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Throwing now is Daniels.
Oh, he stays up. Flush to his right. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. A final shot before break. Daniels. He's airing it out for Williams. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half.
So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top.
As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Brock Purdy, strong in the victory as his guys move to 9-3 now on the year. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Throw right side complete to Dotson.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Throwing is Hurts.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Jonathan Allen able to get him for a loss of about 3. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense, and they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Daniels. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. From the 29, here's 2nd down and 2. Hurts. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. Here we go on the next drive for Washington. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's Daniels. This is swung out to Eckler.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Here's Jamie Gillen now
as he's on for the 5th time here today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here's Hurts to throw.
A quick throw, but incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
A run on 1st down with Shipley. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
False start, offense.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. They'll set up a throw. Hauled in here, Caldwell.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. 2nd and 10.
They're going to look to throw. Try to find Caldwell, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jamin Davis.
And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Dayo Odeyingbo
in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. On the draw, Robinson. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And looking up into the sun, he's able to make the fair catch inside the 20-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
They'll give it to Shipley.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
In motion left goes a tight end. They go play action with Hurts. That is caught. He's going to have the first down and then some.
And all the way up to the 46. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Back to throw now on first down. It's completed to Caldwell. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up second down.
They'll run. Here's Shipley.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
He'll look to throw. It's caught. Smith. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
2nd and 5.
Back to throw here.
Hurts fumbles it. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Back now at Commanders Field.
It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. On first down, he'll drop to throw.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
From the gun, it's Hurts. That'll be caught by Shipley.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw.
Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. A 15-point game now. You make the extra point, and that means on the other side you need 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. That's a pretty tall order here in the 4th quarter.
Agreed, because they really needed to come up with a stop there, and even if it was just to hold them to a field goal. Now they need to pull out the lucky horseshoe, because they've got to get an onside kick, and we've seen nowadays those are incredibly difficult to come by.
And not to mention they got to get the touchdown and a 2-point conversion first.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Commanders offense and running back Brian Robinson getting set for this next drive. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first three quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
To throw is Daniels.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Taken down for the fifth time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Daniels going to throw for it.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football.
The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first.
And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
1st and 10 and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. On the run is Shipley.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Option play, a give to Hull.
Powerful running. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Hurts going to give this to Shipley.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Will Shipley, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year.
As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. As the Commanders make their way out on offense, let's take a peek at the playoff picture in the NFC.
And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Throwing now is Daniels.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Daniels looking to throw. He's got his target. That's complete.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Here's 2nd and 10. To the air goes Daniels. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he finds McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Now Daniels.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels.
Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 29-yard line.
Robinson up the middle. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Here's Daniels.
To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
7 yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10. Robinson, he'll try the left side.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Over the middle, complete. That's Cooper. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8.
Offside.
4th down.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark
Still
off the
3rd down.
5, and keep it moving.
And the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Daniels.
Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on fourth down. They're now 1 for 3 on fourth down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on fourth down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. If they've stopped them 2 out of 3 times, usually you have fourth down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
Now Shipley again.
And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Hurts.
Over the middle to Smith.
Able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
This is 2nd and 8.
So fly Eagles.